She-Hulk clit.
You wouldn't like it when it was angry.
That's right.
Maybe you would.
You
probably would like it when it was angry. It's gorged! Right. I mean, I would say for you probably might not want to root for one that was green, because I'm thinking on you that probably isn't a good sign.
No.
Right? Purple, maybe.
Oh, that'd just be bruised.
When it gets engorged, you know what I mean? It's engorged.
Okay, it's not. We're not talking about
like a blister.
Oh.
What? Suck hard enough, it'll pop.
Come on! The weekend has landed. All that exists now is clubs, drugs, pubs, and parties. I've got 48 hours off from the world, man. I'm gonna blow steam out of my head like a screaming kettle. I'm gonna talk cod shit to strangers all night. I'm gonna lose the plot on the dance floor. The free radicals inside me are freaking, man. Tonight I'm 𝓚𝓸𝓷𝓵𝓿. I'm Peter Popper. I'm going to Never Neverland with my chosen family, man. We're gonna get more spaced out than Neil Armstrong ever did. Anything could happen tonight, you know? This could be the best night of my life. I've got 73 quid in my back burner. I'm gonna watch the lot, man. The Milky Bars are on me!
And now, live from Rule 34 Studio, I bring you a girl that sometimes wears a pointy hat just to make herself a little taller. Here she is, your host, the one, the only, Kinky Katie.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the show. This is Kinky Katie's Roll number 432. I am your witchy bitch of the evening, Miss Kinky Katie, and with me, as always, is my favorite flesh-covered fuck toy, my love potion number 9, the one, the only, Mr. SC.
Right.
What's going on?
Okay.
We are back with another Halloween episode. October spookiness.
Right. Something like that.
So for those of you that are watching YouTube or will watch YouTube in the future, I'm a witch tonight.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, at least you have a hat on.
Well, yeah, but I have my skeleton dress on.
Right. No, I mean that's witch. Obviously.
I have a bird skull in my on my
no, I mean it completes the hat. Really, you're right. What was I thinking?
Whatever.
I mean, I was thinking wizard, really, but you know,
wizard. We are coming to you live from Rule 34 Studio, KinkyKatieRadio.com and RadioChaos.net. Like I said, you can also get the videos on the tubes of you on YouTube. We haven't gotten in trouble lately. Well, we did, but they admitted that they
Well, every few uploads, there's some sort of a strike that comes our way for community guidelines, and then you go no, and then they go okay, yeah, you were right, no,
right,
for whatever reason.
We're age restricting you. Why?
Okay, yeah, right, right.
For what?
Right. Yeah, so I mean, it's a matter of time. It's always a matter of time with them, you know.
And then as soon as they repeal it, you go to the recommended, and you're like, that is full on back burger.
Well, you know, hey,
turn the splits, you know, and shit.
Whatever.
I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm glad that they, you know, that they.
It's not like we have to depend on, you know, some fucking
revenue.
Some kind of tech company for like an income. Fuck that. No, then it would be scary. If not, it's just like, oh, well, I'll just make another one. Like, whatever. Yeah, you guys don't care. I'll just make another one and start over. Fuck off.
Right.
That's what I do every time. Every time we get thrown off of something, I'll just redo it. Fuck you.
I love that. It's like every time we get thrown off of something. Well, I mean, yeah, no, there are places we've been like thrown off of, but some we've had suspensions for a while.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've had to get like, you know, server companies. We've had to switch. We've had to a couple of times, and you know, not to mention YouTube stuff forever. Anytime, you know, it's always a matter of time before it's, you know, shut down.
Yeah.
Forever. For whatever reason.
That's also why, too, I think it was a good idea that we took the porn off of the website.
Well,
we were getting a lot of, there was issues.
Yeah. And you would think, like, I mean, I understand.
It's free movies, people.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
it's like, I'm not even charging anybody for anything here. Like, what are you talking about? This is the definition of just freedom of expression, weird asses. You know?
Now they're vintage.
Yeah, kind of.
Well, look at me. Mm-hmm. We were discussing this.
Were we?
Now your favorite thing is your favorite like pet name to call me now is old lady.
Old lady.
Old lady.
Old lady.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you were like you know, some of the old lady groups on Twitter are you know, following you. You know, the the old kinky lady compilation Twitter accounts.
I was like, Okay.
Yeah, grandmas.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Right. A lot of them I totally would have banged without a problem. I just wouldn't have. I wouldn't have had a problem at all.
Well,
You showed me, you were like, look at this. I was like, yeah, what? I'm into it. I like her. What? Invite her over. What's her name? Does she have contact info?
Ethel.
What's going on?
Ruth.
No, I'm not calling you Ethel or Ruth. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Peaches.
I'm just not Ethel or Ruth.
It's a sun-dried peach.
There are some things I just, for whatever reason, it's, I'm going to have a hard time with, I think.
Yeah. Well,
I can't imagine. I've never tried to date an Ethel. There are some people now with, no, it's Esther.
Yeah,
there's
you're thinking that comedian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to me, they can grandma gummies.
Well.
Yeah, no, negative. No, don't like the idea. Don't want the gummies.
I love to freak you out. It's fun.
Right? No, it's not.
Because you're like, no. You get the shiver, so it's that terror vampire thing. I think is
sure
still,
it is.
It that's just another branch of it or whatever.
Sure, it's related somehow psychologically.
Yes,
there's a connection there.
Exactly.
For sure.
I keep hitting something with my.
You keep hitting the fucking soundproofing because your hat's like 15 feet fucking tall.
Well, I don't know. I found it when I was packing.
Stop leaning your head that way. How about that? Just stop that. Cut that out. You and the cats both have a thing for those the soundproofing up there.
Well, they've kind of lost interest now.
Now that they've gotten to them all and ripped them off of everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
Yeah.
They've scaled everything.
They have.
Now they're like, there's nothing but, they get stuck up there. Not stuck, but they get up there and then they go, I just climbed an entire fabric wall. What do I do now?
Exactly. And ooh, mommy, daddy, you're pissed.
Right.
Well, that's like one of our fat boys, 𝓚𝓵𝓻𝓵, got up on top of like the highest part of the cabinets you could get in the kitchen, and he couldn't get down. So we had to retrieve him. Right.
When the tubbiest one gets in the weirdest spot.
Yeah, because he was after more food.
Of course.
Yeah. Well, since it is the spooky season and it is October, there is a kind of a PSA I want to tell you ladies who go out and want to go woohoo, party on and go bar hopping and shit on, or even go to parties and get blammered on Halloween and such. But activated charcoal is the number one thing that they put in food and drinks and shit to make it black. So a lot of people use it in cocktails. It can, actually, other medication and oral birth control, it can render it ineffective.
Well, yeah, it absorbs a lot of shit.
Yeah. So be very, very careful if you're drinking black drinks and shit and you're like, yeah, it's fucking bang. I'm a birth control.
I mean, I don't know. Is that like how many times does it actually happen that a lady forgets birth control and then they actually get pregnant? I'm just saying, I don't really know.
Well, I don't know the exact statistics either, but
I mean, I just thought pretty much when you stop like when you stop taking the birth control immediately, you would start bleeding. Like, because that's the end of the cycle on the birth control is a sugar pill.
Nope.
So it's the whole time you're taking it, it's telling your body you're pregnant. So when you stop, it goes, oh, I'm not pregnant. I got to bleed.
Well, not for everybody, because for me, it depends. It depended how long I was on it, because when I was taking the pill for a long time, it actually took like a couple months for me to get my period.
Okay, well, let's say what it's supposed to do, not what it did for you.
Right. That's
because
what I said. It's different. It's different for other people.
Well, what is it supposed to do? It's supposed to, when you stop taking them, immediately you start bleeding. That's the way it works.
That would make sense.
That's the way it's supposed to work.
Right, but it didn't work that way for me.
Okay, so it just right. You make no sense to me. Right? You're like, let me tell you the thing that it's not supposed to be. You figure out what it's supposed to be, but it's not supposed to work this way. But I'm going to tell you, maybe it's supposed to work this way.
Oh my God.
Confused? Good.
That's exactly how I need you to be.
Don't get pregnant.
Good luck.
Hope you don't live in a weird state.
Or can travel.
Well, depends on how much money you got.
Get out the knitting set.
That's, whatever. Right? You got to do what you got to do.
Why, hang on.
He's doing it again. You're doing no more head movement.
Oh, well, I can feel it a little bit bodily. That's why I was like, what the hell am I hitting?
Yeah,
I can't help it. It's there. And my
I'm going to put like a low clearance thing to where when you walk through it, just like bang.
Well, my hairline is all, it's all jacked up. So that's why I have to wear the hat.
Right.
Or else I'd take it off.
Right. This hairpiece needs some kind of frontal boundary.
Yes.
Right.
It does. It can't just be left by itself or else. Because
it doesn't work.
I don't know how to wear wigs properly.
You would never know because you wear a lot of them.
I do.
Wear them constantly.
Right.
Right.
But anyway.
But you're not good at it. I just get by. I'm telling you.
I do all right.
This is all bubblegum and tinfoil. Duct tape. I'm telling you.
Spitting a prayer.
Right. That sounds like anal night.
After you've had a few black shots. Yeah.
Well, the black shots are going to be good for like absorbing the roofies that somebody's trying to give you. So, it's like your date rape drug, anti-drug. You know what I mean?
That's funny.
Right. It's like you have an invincibility to weird shit.
It's like, I don't know, man. I've given her like enough tranquilizers to stun a horse and she's not going down.
I mean, I don't think charcoal works that well, but it does absorb some shit, but you know what I mean?
I don't know. I can't think I've ever
I don't think I would rely on some carbon and just go, yeah, let me take a fistful of them things. I'll be fine. I heard it on a podcast. They said if I eat this charcoal stuff, none of that stuff's going to affect me at all, one bit.
So eat the stuff?
Don't eat the stuff.
Eat the stuff.
Right.
A lot of it.
Internet translation.
God. Guys out there. Someone took a picture of a new product for its vaginal suppositories, but they're made with boric acid.
Okay, wait a second. A suppository for your vat. Wait, usually you take suppositories.
It's like an ovule, right? Well, you can make suppositories out of whatever.
It's just a way to absorb a drug,
right?
Okay, I'm thinking like most of the time when you drink suppositories,
you're thinking up the ass.
Well, yeah, but like I'm thinking of like a douche suppository, like something to like
clean you out.
Right. I immediately thought of you're constipated. You go to the hospital. Bing bong. They give you a suppository to make you poo, but you can take other things up the butt. Right. Right. I forgot about. I don't know what I'm thinking. I have brain damage. Did I mention that?
Yes, I know this. No, but this is they say, and it actually is kind of like a douche that's gonna melt because it's for vaginal pH, odor control, but it's clinically studied with boric acid.
It's a vag bomb.
We're
here to clean you out. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't know. I thought that, you put boric acid on your fucking carpets and you kill fleas with it. I'm not shoving it up my twat.
They're not giving it to you like 98% strength there, Wizard Catherine.
I wouldn't. Wizard Catherine.
I don't know. I figured I'd be more formal. You have the formal hat on. Like you have the choosing hat. Like you're walking by all of your dildos one by one going, you are definitely Gryffindor. For whatever reason.
Well, but then I feel like Madeline Kahn and what was it? I think it was History of the World Part 2 that picking out the dicks for the night. She's like, no,
yes,
yes,
yes. Now I know that reference. However, how many people out there actually understood anything about any of the words that came out of her mouth? Please let her know if you out there understood that.
There's people out there that listen to this show.
Sherman set the swayback machine. We're talking, this was early 80s, I think, right? History of the World?
I think it was 70s. I think. You got a little thingy to type in there. You can check it out.
Wow, that's like the 40s. It's like the 40s. The 30s and 40s.
Well,
like,
I'm almost 43.
Uh-huh.
So
anyway, let her know, please. I need to know. Gotta update some of them references, lady.
I'm the old lady.
Well.
It shows. It's you're dating yourself.
Not really. We're going with the Two Bears, One Cave Misty lens profile now, so we get away with anything.
Yeah, so it smooths out the old face.
Everything.
I don't know how to use filters. I'm glad you futz around.
It's not a
with
filter.
Shit. No, I'm saying when I use my cell phone to take pictures.
Oh, well, I don't do any of that. Yeah, I mean, I just do like what regular people who take pictures do. Put it in Lightroom. It's Adobe. You put it, you adjust the light, and that's it.
I want you to wash me out as much as possible.
Oh, you can.
I mean, need a break.
You could go crazy and like Photoshop and do all kinds of crazy shit. But I don't do any of that.
I don't do anything either. Whatever. I don't know how. So yeah, what you see is what you get. Just lighting is a girl's best friend. To be honest, well, it's mine.
Lighting and angles.
That's right, lighting and angles. Mm-hmm. You know what we missed today?
No, if I knew, I would have not missed it.
We missed the annual Coleslaw Wrestling competition.
Oh, really?
Over in New Smyrna.
Oh, like physically missed it. Okay, I thought you meant like I watching Coleslaw Wrestling on TV. Really, it's like, you know what I mean.
Now this is over at.
You don't know.
Zapotnik's Cabbage Patch Bar.
Okay. We needed to know the name of the bar. Really, it was crucial. It was crucial.
Whatever.
We had to know.
It's home of the world famous Coleslaw Wrestling.
Right. Okay. It's a world famous?
Apparently it is.
Right. Well, they do a lot of that around Bike Week, or in that area. New Smyrna is near Daytona Beach.
Right.
So, Bike Week around that time, there was lots of Coleslaw Wrestling going on.
Well, and other foods. It's like a splosher's fucking haven.
Well, it's bikers and, how do you entertain bikers? Get some scantily clad ladies to meth and some ladies
get in the mayo.
Ladies rolling around in foodstuffs.
Baked beans, mayo, potato salad.
I've never seen potato salad or mayo. I've seen baked beans and I've seen coleslaw. Jello.
Well, that's what I'm talking. There's mayo in coleslaw.
Is there? I mean, you could go sour cream mostly, right?
It depends how you make it.
Okay.
Why we're fucking coleslaw talk?
I mean, you're at least half and half sour cream to mayo, right?
I don't know.
Right?
I
really?
don't know. I use like mayo and vinegar.
You're the domestic goddess. You're supposed to. You don't really do coleslaw though.
No,
you don't really make it.
I like KFC's coleslaw. Like if I want coleslaw, I'll go buy it. So whatever.
It's really cheap, so I'll go somewhere and pick it up.
Exactly. Yeah, right. And I just need a little cup of it.
But you will do potato salad and macaroni salad.
I will. Okay. I like the way I make it.
Right. It's very good.
Whatever. Anyway, speaking of festivals, Skankfest is going on this weekend in Las Vegas. And tonight, right now, if you're listening live, and Big J. Okerson is filming his new comedy special tonight.
Right.
Yeah.
It's too late for most of you.
Well, yeah, it is too late.
You missed out. This is a big fuck you to you didn't know. So, and you probably don't even know who she's talking about. You have no idea. Who are these people?
Well, look it up if you don't know. Because, I mean, if you've heard the show at all, you've heard me talk about him.
Right.
So,
well, we've gone and seen him a bunch of times live.
I know.
Anytime he comes in town.
Right.
And, the rest of that whole group of people.
The Legion of Skanks.
Right. And Skankfest is like a giant comedy festival they do.
Yes.
Right.
Which gets fucking absolutely bananas.
Well, sure. I mean, there's hundreds of guys like me running around with four...
I will have to say, the ratio so girls, if you want to go, because there's a good chance you're going to get lucky really easy. Because there's the ratio for women to men. There's a hell of a lot.
Pretty heavy.
It's maybe like 4 dudes to every girl, or maybe more.
A lot of fat white dudes with beards.
Just meatheads.
Right. Tattooed people.
Yeah. I think it'd be fun. I'd like to go one year. We were going to go. We've talked about this before, so whatever.
You just thought you'd throw it out there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Maybe side quest.
Well, another side quest is for those of you that are in the know, Blink-182 is touring again. They actually came out with new music, and SC and I saw their video the other day, and I was like, oh my God, they look so old, but except for Travis.
Okay, it's still, to me, I barely even have any memory of them at all anyway. So, like,
I do.
They're just,
Running through the streets naked, what's my age again?
They were like one of about 20 different bands during that period.
All sound the same?
Yeah, all sound the same, and they're okay. I mean, there's some stuff that's good in there, but it's just like meh.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Soulless rock and roll just doesn't do it for me. Like, it just didn't.
Everybody doing the Green Day, Billy Joe.
Yeah, right. I mean, it wasn't bad. I didn't think any of that style was like bad. But
I need to fall.
Right. Everybody got a British accent. Dude, you're from Iowa. What the fuck are you talking about? When did you get a British accent, man? What is going on? Right.
It's like, that's weird because British people they lose their accent when they sing.
It's strange like that.
Well, opposite. Must be an American thing. I don't know. Ooh. I don't remember why we were talking about it, but for some reason it was enough for me to write it down. But we were talking about monster clits. And
right, like a big old veiny one.
Oh, I remember now. I remember now because there was an ad for like a an online store. They sell like clothing and shit like that. Well, it was for a bathing suit. It was a bikini ad and visible dick. Like,
right.
Visible. Like you could see the mushroom head. Like it was undeniable.
Right. Trans woman with a cock.
Yes.
Trans woman with a cock in the bikini for the ad.
Correct.
You were scrolling down as the picture's starting to rage. You go face, cock.
But yeah, it cut off like right, right before the chin ends. So, and then it was just from there down. Mm-hmm. So we're like, well, wait, it's just like a monster button.
Yeah.
With a head on it.
There's nobody saying that was definitely a dick. I mean, like if you gave a lady enough testosterone from the beginning, from birth, you could grow a fat, angry clit cock. For sure you could.
Well, that's where dicks came from.
Like,
they started as clits.
You could do like Snicker bars, like veins.
Super veiny.
Right.
Right,
I'm saying there's hope for you to have a cock that you don't have to, throw away someday.
Well, that you could be talking about that wrestler that died, China.
Right, China.
I mean, she has porn out that you can go check out.
There's people with larger buttons than that, for sure.
No, I know that, but
right.
hers actually does look like a little dick. Like, I mean, it's got like the whole
head.
Mushroom head and everything on it.
Yes, it does. It is a little dick.
Yeah, you could totally jerk it off.
You could. I'm sure it has been jerked off.
Oh yeah,
I'm
could,
sure that thing's been
suck it like a nipple. Just
right.
Just little. Be the easiest blowjob you could ever give. It's like you could fucking like suck a dick and eat a box at the same time.
I mean, right. So you immediately thought about having like a She-Hulk clit, big veiny throbbing She-Hulk clit. Rah!
Well, because you've always said, because I haven't been in much contact with large clits, but you were telling me how that you're super duper extra sensitive, with a bigger button, which makes more sense. You know what I mean? So I'm
the handful
jealous.
of girls I've run into that had giantess buttonness.
Giantess buttonness.
Right. That, who suffered that. They didn't suffer, but you could almost you looked at it like you side-eyed that clit and it'd be like, hey! Like it was weird and amazing.
That is kind of nice.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
It was very, very simple.
Well,
very simple instrument to work. You go, oh, it's a little dick. I know dicks. I have a dick. I'm an expert at dick.
And the coolest thing,
I've had one my entire life.
And the coolest thing too is you can even get those like clit suckers, but they're supposed to be for dick suckers for clit, like Ona holes, but it's for your clit.
Right.
And it's a stroker. And Buck Angel, who is a trans porn star.
Yeah, we were talking about that,
right.
his sex toy line of
clit strokers.
Clit strokers, right.
Right. Which, that'd be kind of cool. So I'm like, hey, I even know that there's toys out there made for that.
You do. So you're fine. You just need a big veiny clit.
That's right.
Throbbing veiny clit.
I need a She-Hulk clit.
Uh-huh. You wouldn't like it when it was angry.
That's right.
Maybe you would.
You
probably would like it when it was angry.
It's gorge engaged.
Right. I mean, I would say for you probably might not want to root for one that was green, because I'm thinking on you that probably isn't a good sign.
No.
Right? Purple, maybe.
Oh, that'd just be bruised.
When it gets engorged, you know what I mean? It's engorged.
Okay, it's not. We're not talking about
like a blister.
Oh.
What? Suck hard enough, it'll pop.
That's just, God, we're having fucking...
It's karaoke night. It's fucking obnoxious.
Next door.
So obnoxious.
Yeah.
Like when you're living next to somebody and you just stand in front of their door with a Bluetooth speaker doing karaoke, are you out of your... Well, I mean, what's going on in there? What's happening in your head? Right? What's going on?
Nothing. They don't care.
Right. No, exactly.
Like, we've been drinking since 10 o'clock in the morning.
That's right. Amazing. It is fucking amazing.
Well, you know.
I'm telling you, one of these days it's going to be Swedish death metal. I'm going to bust that shit out about 7 o'clock in the morning. Going to sit out on the porch, have a cup of coffee. You know what I mean? Sit right out there, listen to some fucking Swedish death metal and watch the sunrise. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Right there. Fuck off.
Cup of coffee and some mashiga or something.
That's right. Well, there could be, you know, I could see myself after a psychedelic binge doing something like that for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And being completely fine with it too.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. You'd be like, morning.
I might even be scantily clad out in front of the door. A little pair of tidy whities. Sup, bro?
Or just, you know, an open robe. No. You can borrow mine, my fluffy one. Just be like, sup. Or my satin one.
Fuzzy slippers.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. It'd be fun.
Or the green Christmas onesie that we have and just like have it like unzipped most of the way down so you kind of look like Roxo the Clown. I'm like, okay.
What I do enjoy is a lot of times when they'll have like karaoke night, and like even after this, I'm pretty bound and determined we're gonna go and have very loud sex, because they're literally right outside of our bedroom window.
We've done that.
It's almost like you're like a peeping Tom almost, because you're like a foot away from me, and this is my bedroom. This is my home. This is where I live. That is where I fuck. So, and it's 11 o'clock on a Saturday night, so we're banging. And that's one of my favorite things to do, because you'll hear them start to shut it down. They'll hear us start to fuck. They'll be like, they'll shut it down and go inside for a little while.
Yeah, but then sometimes they come back out.
Well, yeah, but at least for a little while, you know somebody was embarrassed. Yeah. Somebody literally was like, oh, Jesus, we're like right here. What the fuck are we doing? Yeah, what are you doing?
Those old grumpy weird people are fucking again.
Right. 100%. 100%. You want to come over? You want to watch?
They could just look in the window. They could just go.
Not really. We do have blinds in a covering, so I mean, you really can't see in. If you bend down and look, because Floki the kitties, they like to look out the window. So there's a small crack. There's a small crack. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Get an eyeful.
Huh?
Keep it up. I'll give you the back view. Right. Right.
Goatee motherfucker.
Exactly.
Everyone's bitching about the new Pinhead movie. The new Hellraiser movie, because Pinhead's a woman. Everyone's like, it sucked. It was bad. I'm like, why? I haven't seen it yet because I don't have Peacock, but it's...
I mean, we've already had an original Hellraiser, so you already know Pinhead. I mean... What is it? And you might as well let her not be mad when they reinvent it, because you're gonna get a different angle at a story. Whatever.
Well, because they had the same actor. There's 9 or 10 fucking Hellraisers. Maybe there's more than that, but there's a shit ton. And the same actor, I played him in all but one. They had a remake, and the guy looked like a fucking stupid Cupid doll. He looked like baby Huey Pinhead. It was hilarious. He had these big eyes and these chipmunk cheeks. He's like. It was awful. It was really bad.
Right.
So I don't know if this is the one directly after that one or something. They're like, oh, that didn't work, and
it all worked for them. What do you mean? They made money hand over fist on that whole franchise.
Oh yeah. I
mean, they've made so many of them, and there's an audience for them every time.
Oh, of course.
And Lady Hellraiser, Lady Pinhead, there's going to be people that bitch. It's like they changed.
Right.
They changed what's her name, the mermaid.
Ariel.
There you go. Everybody freaks out, and really doesn't matter. Did the person doing it do a good job? Okay, then what's the problem, yo?
I know. I know.
Right. There isn't a problem except for like 5 people that are really loud.
But also another new movie that just came out too is they say it's the final, but they've said that I believe before, but the final Halloween called Halloween Ends. And everyone's fucking saying they hate that too. They're like, this fucking sucks so bad. He goes, what? Michael Myers, spoiler, Michael Myers is in it for like 15 minutes. What the fuck? That's it. You know?
Okay. Well, and a lot of them, he wasn't like, it wasn't Michael Myers. It was Michael Myers adjacent. Like people running away from it. They'd show him for a second. He'd be gone. Right.
Or there's one. I don't even think he was like in it or something. Like, I don't know. It was like completely different.
Yeah. Well, it's every franchise. JD, you don't understand. Hellraiser's definitely not a female. There's a whole backstory for Pinhead. There was a whole how he ended up being Pinhead, what he was in his real life.
Did you see
when
the
he
first one?
descended to hell? I don't even know. That wasn't one of the ones. Wait,
Yeah,
was it the first one that they went through that?
They explained on what happened to him, like how he was like banging his brother's wife or something like that, and they're having an affair. He ends up dying for some reason. She resurrects him with someone else's blood, and she's like keeps feeding him victims to keep building him up and getting him back to how he is. And then that's how he came like Pinhead and this stuff.
Right.
Because
yeah.
he opened the puzzle box and.
But it goes along with a lot of people in the BDSM community. Really, the Hellraiser, because they're all of the little demons in Hellraiser. It was all they got off on pain because they lived in hell.
Yes.
And, they were like lords of their little areas. So they really got off on pain themselves. So inflicting it's like, oh, that's even better. Right. I get to enjoy pain and inflict pain at the same time and possibly die.
Ooh, bonus.
Right. I didn't think a demon could die though. What hell are you going to after that? I don't know how that works.
What hell are you going to? I don't know. Whichever one you believe in.
I don't remember a lot of that was like late 80s when literally late 80s.
Was it late or was it early 80s?
Maybe mid 80s.
I don't even know. Whatever. It's just people are saying the new one. They're bitching about it. Oh,
87.
Yeah.
Yeah, 80. Hellraiser 2 was 88. So they had it. Hellraiser 3 in 92. Right.
I told you there's like 8 of them or 9 of them.
Yeah,
or
there's
something
a bunch
like
of
that.
them.
There's a lot. Like the Saw
okay
movies.
series.
I don't even know how many fucking Saw movies there are. I really don't anymore.
Right. Well, they're good. Like horror franchises are the thing they reboot the most. They just they'll rinse repeat over and over again.
But I mean, they do what works.
Well, and it's kind of even the movies that you make,
right?
That you guys will do 4 of the same series,
right?
Yeah, not for any reason, but just because the people
like them though.
Yeah, the people who like the first ones always want another one from the same universe.
Yes, from the hooker horror universe,
right?
B movies, baby, blood, bitches, and
boobs.
Yeah.
What's another B? I don't know.
I got blood, bitches. Gores and whores. How about that? Yay.
Oh, get it.
Excuse me.
God.
That just came out of it. Well, I just had spit like shoot and hit the back of my throat, so it kind of caught me off.
You okay?
No.
All right. Oh.
All right, we are going to go to an episode of Rule 34, and when we come back, we got something fucked up to think about, and also a guy who, trust me, he's totally not gay. Totally not.
No,
not at all.
Right.
So, get ya. And welcome back to Kinky Katie's World, Rule 34 Studio, KinkyKatieRadio.com and RadioCast.net. You can get me on the Twitter later at Kinky Katie Radio, KinkyKatieRadio.com, KinkyKatieRadio@gmail.com. You can Google me because I like it. You can also get me on YouTube and the Gram. I like this.
Right, more copyright-free music.
Oh, speaking of like weird things, there was we saw. I mean, I don't know if these people were watching the same thing that we did, or it's just other people have been talking about it. But when you feed certain things into like an AI, the art generator,
right? The AI, all of the artificial intelligence that are making art these days that you see everywhere.
Right. Well, people have been posting lately on Facebook things that they've been searching, and they like everything is disturbing. But then again, it's what you put in there too. That's that. When we were watching, I think it was Wubby,
right?
Pay Money Wubby. Mm-hmm. We were watching him on Twitch, and he was talking about lobe,
right?
LOAB.
Right. Well, there was a whole complicated thing how somebody was feeding things into an AI, and then there was this one particular face that was like persistent, and it was related to a term LOAB. Anyway, no matter and with these AI generated things, a lot of times, even though you put in something, maybe you don't get anything that resembles what you put in,
right? Except
for when you put this key lobe in there. Mm-hmm. And anyway, it was one of the. I explained to you that. Yeah, you could feed that. If a computer is looking across the internet for a specific thing, if you seeded the internet with lobe, let's say, and certain images,
more people will look for it, so it'll come up with more stuff.
Right. Mm-hmm. So it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, but it could be an art project that like a group of programmers just fed into the internet to get AIs to start doing. Like, anyway, the whole point was... It was creepy. It seemed that they make creepy art when really it's just how they work. To me, it's not creepy. It's how they see people because they don't know what things are.
Right.
Yeah, they're just going, I don't know. When somebody says that's a person, it kind of vaguely has this in mind. That's a person. So it always looks a little off because it is a little off.
Right.
Because a computer don't know what a fucking person is, really.
That's right. Well, a lot of the ones that I've been seeing on Facebook, people post, they are just, it was like psychotic Britney Spears eating children.
Right.
Another one did Anna Nicole eating chicken nuggets.
Uh-huh.
But, I mean, and they were all like, oh my God. Like, this is awful. It was like Madonna in a wheelchair.
Okay, well, if you had gone to an artist and you wanted any of those things and you told it you wanted it to look certain ways, you would end up with something like that anyway.
Go to Fiverr. People do that. People have been doing that before they started doing this.
The computers are doing such a good job. A lot of that creepiness is just the way that they do things, and I like it personally.
No,
the AI art to me, it is creepy and it is unsettling, but it's because it's almost like when you're on psychedelics and the way you would perceive the world in some sense is kind of like the images you get back from AI, where if you focus in on something, it doesn't make sense. But if you kind of zoom out and let your eyes relax, you go, oh yeah, that's a really detailed thing.
That's a dog.
Right.
And then you look and you're like, whoa.
That thing ain't got no eyes. What the fuck is going on with its eyes?
There's a fox, there's a tree, there's a turtle, there's a something, and there's a swirling
Same
thing.
Idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, the computer's on drugs, that's all. It's not his fault.
Computer's on drugs.
It's not his fault.
Johnny 5 is high.
Something.
I always think of Aziz. I'm sorry when I think of that. Well, that's kind of Mark Norman-y.
Now it is. He's almost taken over the nasally. There
can only be one.
There can only be one. Totally Highlandered him.
And, Aziz isn't around anymore.
That's right.
Ever since some chick got butthurt on a bad date.
I was about to say, apparently he had a bad date, so he's not allowed to have a career.
Yeah, it's like, my God.
You can't have a career anymore. You did not have a good date at all.
Sorry things didn't go bad. You're canceled.
Right. Well, shouldn't have been an asshole. Some people call it consequences, Katie.
Well,
you can't just make a lady pay for her own drinks. Jesus.
God, or not even give her an Uber home.
Right. or ask like, are we doing this or what? I mean, that's horrible. What kind of a person asks? What are you doing? Asking?
Awful.
Jesus.
Such a scandal.
It is.
Poor girl.
Well,
She's probably still in therapy.
I don't even remember what his thing was, but I do remember it was one of those things that even when you listen to what she had to say,
you're like, oh Jesus, get bent, bitch.
Yeah, well, like even if I take everything that you say as 100% accurate, the way you said it, I still don't fucking care. Not a big deal. Anyway,
It's like Hardwick's ex fucking girlfriend.
it's same thing. There are some things that you, even when you read and you go, yeah, no, I assume you're telling the truth, and I still think, yeah, I feel bad for you, but
Right.
I don't think somebody should lose their life because they're an asshole.
And he didn't beat you.
Right. Well, that's kind of, you don't have to beat some, but you know what I mean?
I know,
it
but
wasn't
still.
even remotely the guy's controlling. You go, oh, okay. Some people are. And
He's
that's
also 30 years older than you.
right. Right. He's literally 30 years older at the time.
Kids are kids.
Then again, we're old, so we have a different idea. Our idea of
Blink 182. Woo!
Well, and I tell you all the time too. People not a longer time ago, but people older, real boomers. There were generations of assholes.
Oh yeah.
Just at any point in time, if somebody looked at you and thought that you deviated from the norm even a little bit, they would literally fuck with you in public. Hey boy, what are you doing, man? Just out of nowhere start fucking with you and that does not happen anymore.
No.
People aren't as big of assholes as they used to be. They were raging dicks everywhere you went.
Yeah.
It was one of those things. So everybody grew a way of being an asshole to everybody else. If somebody had something to say, you'd be like, what? What's your, everything was a lot more aggressive a long time ago is what I'm saying.
Yes.
Now it's a very passive kind of a, you kind of look at somebody and if you start to raise your voice in any way because you're right, all of a sudden they're looking at you like, don't make a scene. What do you mean? This is not even a scene. What
I need my emotional support prize.
Right. You can have the onion rings after I'm done with the money. I'll tell you what. I told you I was going to do your emotional support onion rings. I like them real good. Yeah. Especially that fear one. It's tight. Oh, it's a tight little one. I got to push my way through that one.
Fear what?
The fear ring.
Oh, one ring to rule them all.
If you don't know what we're talking about, then you didn't listen to last week's episode.
That's right.
And you deserve to be left in the dark. How about that?
Yeah.
Oh, and if you're a first-time listener, well, you didn't deserve it.
You can go back.
You can
Check it out.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry. I didn't mean to throw you in with the rest of them.
So there's a guy we watched. Apparently he's on TikTok a lot, and we watched kind of a little documentary, Channel 5 or something. They did
Andrew Callaghan
a documentary on this dude.
Will Blunderfield. That's his name. Will Blunderfield. That's the name of the video Channel 5 did.
Oh, okay.
I'm just I'm filling in the blanks in case people want to look him up and get into some stuff like this.
Well, apparently he drinks his pee a lot.
This is Shivambu. It's good. Oh, I got in my beard.
On TikTok, yeah.
He's very passionate about his balls.
So when you cup another dude's nuts, you're sending good vibrations, good chi spiraling up the back, down the front of each testicle.
Oh yeah, baby! But balls in general. Let's be fair.
Okay.
Really?
Well, it's kind of working up to that.
Right.
That he really likes the company of men, but he completely says he's not gay.
Little backstory here. Don't jump right into the meat. Let's give him a little backstory. He's a yoga instructor, so he's into the whole energy, and you're doing yoga and breathing and stuff like that, right?
Yeah. My name is Will Blunderfield. We're in my apartment in Vancouver, Canada, and I teach sexual kung fu. So it's the daily discipline of harnessing and directing your sexual energy from your loins up into the rest of your system rather than constantly just shooting it out like most guys.
Jerk off crystals would be a thing he would do.
Oh, yes.
Even though he didn't talk about it, but
we have on the show, so if you want to look that up, you can.
Right.
Go to JO or jerk off crystals in the search bar.
So this Will Blunderfield,
Blunderfield.
It's actually a really good video. Channel 5, Andrew Callaghan on YouTube. If you haven't seen it, I don't know where you've lived. I don't know where you've been. It's very popular.
YouTube is where you need to go.
Anyway, it's a really good video, and the guy is all into like, we're gonna bring up our chi through our balls, and like he'll be grabbing other dudes' balls, and they
watch each other jerk off,
masturbate together.
They
on
jerk
new
off
moons,
each other,
save the fucking They're blasting on paper and then saving the paper and then doing little rituals with each other's papers and shit. Right.
They sun their assholes.
Tip to tip hugs.
Brother, you've got a beautiful cock.
You got a beautiful cock, baby.
Thanks, brother. Got you. And then you hug heart to heart because the heart is on the left side of the body with the cocks touched.
You have to mash your cocks together when you hug.
When you hug, yes, tip to tip.
It's that you have to do that.
Well, that's how they hug, and that's they seem like in the video this group of men, they were having a great old man.
But they were
time.
but they were like secretly ashamed of being gay, so they kept were like, I'm not gay.
Right.
It's not gay.
Same-sex erotic bonding is when two men or a group of men come together to do things that this culture would say would be like homosexual.
Yeah, that was the funniest thing.
We can do what we want to do. We're friends. We can't. It's not gay.
You can do what you want to do.
I know. It's like, why are you fucking?
Don't be afraid. Yeah, to reject the label. Say I reject your labels, but I do like to grab some nuts every once in a while. Anyway, old Will, going through all of the little retreats and things that he'll have with other men.
Yeah.
Like, he was one of those people that was very, very protesting a lot about, I'm not really into men. I like ladies. And it would explain how he likes to be with women. And
yeah, but then like I was saying, and then he'd turn around in the same sentence and he would say, yeah, so-and-so will just come over and we'll cuddle on the couch and play with each other's nipples and suck each other's ears. Like jerk each other off. It's like, okay, right.
Don't call me gay. Whatever you do.
And then I've had sex with men before, but whatever. Like, who hasn't? It's just,
dude, you can like what you like, and you can call yourself whatever you want to call yourself, but
don't be ashamed. Like, don't feel bad, because even like one of the cum papers even said, like, get rid of the shame, get rid of the stigma, get rid of that.
So get rid of the shame. Just say,
So do it.
There are some. I like to do gay things, and I like to do hetero. I like to do both. I want to put my dick on lots of different things and people.
That's right.
And it doesn't matter if they have dicks or not.
My nuts are on your chin. My nuts are on your chin.
Right. Right. Tear it up. Don't be afraid. What are you doing? So I'm a little gay. What's the problem?
You don't have to fucking make an excuse.
Right. Roll with it. Lean in.
Sometimes I feel like a nut. Sometimes I don't. Just want a big old fucking juicy dick, or I don't.
I mean, at the end of the day, you are a male, and I know I've been a man my entire life.
Have you really?
I have. It's weird. I've had a dick the whole time too. So I'm an expert in being a man and having a dick.
Oh.
And I can tell you, I mean, I'll fuck all kinds of people. Like, it doesn't, at the end of the day, if I really want to bang and there's somebody to bang, man, woman, if I want, okay, why not? And a lot of guys are like that. I'll stick my dick into anything.
Yeah, they are.
Watch it.
They are.
Get close to me. You'll find out.
So, someone had said too, God, everything just kind of blurs together for me, which happens quite a bit. But to say, I think it's more gay to fuck someone in the ass than to be fucked in the ass.
Right. That was Weber.
Was it?
Yeah, like he was talking about.
He said to give it is more gay than taking it.
Right. I don't know what his reasoning was for that. I think either direction. You're having sex with somebody of the same sex, so you kind of by definition, it's a gay act, but. That's not a horrible thing. It just is.
It's not. It just is what it is.
Yeah, right. You're having sex with another man.
Right.
Just, it's gay. Sure. Right.
And this is why people always want to blow you, is because they're like, he's so open about it. I can be me.
Yeah, well, you should.
No, I know that. I'm just saying.
I mean, I wasn't telling you. I was just saying in general, you should.
I know.
Why are you taking that personally?
I'm not taking it personally.
You're almost like him. You're protesting a lot. What's going on? What are you hiding? What's going on back there? What's underneath that pointy hat?
I'm not telling you. You'll have to find out for yourself. I like goldfish. No. I like the wiggle.
I have my special dildo underneath this hat. It's magical. A magical dildo. Want to see me charge it? Bend over.
It's my unicorn horn. It's the wonderful world of ramen. I keep it there for safety. Somebody decided to finally start talking about you had said earlier today you're turning violet. And in my head I was like, oh, I've got an article about that for later on. Because people are
Veruca.
They're talking about it's the juicy round world of blueberry porn.
Oh, we've talked about blueberry porn before.
Have we?
We actually had an episode, I want to say.
Because we have talked about expansion porn. That was just recently.
Yeah. I want to say, pretty sure we had a blueberry porn one.
Oh, wait a minute. I think you're right, because I think I remember that thumbnail.
So do I. I remember a thumbnail.
Beauregard.
Right.
Violet Beauregard.
Something.
Violet, you're turning violet. Well, anyway, in case you guys missed it, usually a woman eats like a little...
Episode 255.
Okay, and we're on 432,
okay.
So,
it was a few years back.
Cut me some slack.
Right. You got blocked on Facebook back then.
I still do every once in a while.
Right.
Just because people, I don't know, they finally find stuff and they're like, oh my God.
What is it about the blueberry? Oh, it's almost related to inflation. You were talking about the inflation.
The expansion and inflation porn, right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they say usually it's, like they have a piece of candy or something, then they start filling up, like how she had the gum.
Violet.
Right. Mm-hmm. That's why they call it blueberry porn. She turned into a blueberry.
Oh.
She had to be juiced.
Yeah, I gotta get squeezed.
Had to squeeze. Like I got a blueberry for a daughter.
Right.
There, people are talking about the website. If you want to see, it says Inside eFucked.
Right.
Home of the internet's weirdest porn.
Right.
Which it was.
It was. It's dead now, right?
I'm pretty sure that it is.
Yeah.
But you could be able to find a lot of fucked up stuff there when it was in its heyday. I mean, this is like fucking one guy, one cup started there. I think like two girls, one cup started there. It's just like a lot of shit was all fucked up.
It was like one of the original internet repositories for weird shit.
Right.
Like for a long time.
Yeah, because there was one, it was like a steak and cheese that I used to go to, and rotten.com.
Mm-hmm. Rotten.com was another one too.
Rotten.com, but steak and cheese used to be a good one, but that's not around anymore either.
Yeah, I don't.
Some people know what I'm talking about,
right,
but because that's the kind of audience that we have.
Yeah,
I would say so.
Well, you know who's going to know that are the four people who got the whatchamacallit reference from earlier with the
history of the world part two.
Part two, right?
Yeah,
or part one. We don't know which one. You watch them both at the same time, really.
Yeah,
it's the same movie,
right? Oh, right.
Right.
I forgot. I knew there was like one and not the other.
No, but they stop it, but it's the same. Like in the middle of the movie, they say, and that's it for History of the World Part 1, and coming next is History of the World, something like that.
Oh, it's been so long since I've seen
probably
it.
The 80s, and last time I saw it really 30 years ago, when it was only 20 years old. You know,
right,
the last time I saw it.
Fuck them. Have some culture, people. Go to film class.
Right.
Broaden your scope, whatever. Batman busted out the bat dick for a new comic aimed for mature readers.
Did he?
They did. Yeah, there is it's in the very first one.
Okay.
It's Batman Damned #1, and you see Bat's full dick, including the Batwing. Pull the script.
I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at blueberry porn.
Okay.
At blueberry porn. It's like purple.
If you want to know
lots of
how
purple
someone,
everywhere.
if you want to know how someone would fucking draw Batman's dong, then go check out that comic book or I'm sure of course there's fan fiction and shit because it's Rule 34 and you can get porno of anything. So if you fucking.
But if you want high quality Batman dong, this is the place to go, is what you're saying?
Yeah,
they did a good recreation of what you thought Bat Dick would look like.
Well, I mean, if you are like a comic connoisseur and you go for the real stuff, how it was like, they're like, this is how the illustrator, this is what it was in his mind. This is his thing.
Mr. What's His Nuts would have approved. This
Stan
is how
Lee.
he wasn't Batman, was he?
He was Batman.
No, it was Spider-Man. Batman? I don't know. Was he Batman? I'm not sure. Katie, Jesus fucking Christ, obviously.
I'm gonna get it too.
Believe you
I
don't
really
know.
am. I'm gonna have people. They do message sometimes. You're like, you're so stupid. I'm like, well, sorry.
Right.
I'm just.
Bob Kane and Bill Finger. So no. Yeah, this was since 1939. It was created. Batman was around a long ass time.
All right. Well, fucking who was doing Marvel now?
Okay,
Wasn't it Lee?
I don't know. He was
or is Batman DC?
we don't why who are you asking? I don't know. No, Batman is DC.
Okay. See, you even fucking knew it. That's
Spider-Man's been both. Spider-Man's been Marvel and DC. He's been in both universes.
Hate this.
Well, yeah. At one point it was one, and then then they came out with the Amazing Spider-Man. God damn it! The two of you don't know a goddamn thing about any of the superheroes at all.
No.
Fucking
I don't.
Useless, really, have no information.
No, that's right. I really don't, because why the fuck would I?
Hey, but you know what? You know what Bat Dick looks like. You know what a realistic, veiny, like if
Snicker bar of a dick.
Well, a Batgirl would definitely have Snicker bar clit. You know what I mean?
You think so?
Throbbing. Well, yeah, it's Batgirl. You know what I mean? She goes all bat.
Is that what happens?
Yeah.
All right.
Batgirl.
All right.
She had to train hard and surpass her limits. So she was obviously on test.
Obviously.
And HGH. 100%. The plates and dates guy there on Instagram had her doing lots of tests and human growth hormone. Just so anyway.
Well, thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, definitely veiny clit, throbbing.
The vocal,
purple, definitely purple too. in my head.
The vocalist for Rammstein,
Du hast nicht.
𝓚𝓸𝓷𝓴𝔂, I think his name is.
Oh, we're doing names.
I don't know.
Stop it.
No, we should knock shit down. Anyway, they went to they were at a book signing in Moscow, and he had with him a gimp in a full-on gimp suit just with him, and he was pulling him in the
Bring out the gimp.
Yeah, and it was on a dog collar, and the dog leash was like made out of hot dog links. It was weird, but I mean, there's a bunch of pictures of him sitting there at the signing and posing with other people.
What you don't know is that guy was a vegan, so that hot dog necklace was really a barrier for him.
Well, maybe they're vegan dogs.
That's a waste.
Oh,
You're gonna have a nice sausage, and you're gonna make it out of a non-meat item.
I like this sausage.
I like my hot dogs with hoofs and beaks.
That's right. I want parts.
The American way.
Why would you have it any other way?
Extra emulsified.
Except for German.
Right. Don't use anything quality at all. It'll throw off the flavor.
Just going back to real quick to just more gay stuff.
More gay stuff.
People are having a fucking conniption over shit that we already knew. Like they're saying the new Scooby-Doo movie finally outs Velma as being like a lesbian.
Well, that was always the rumor anyway.
That's what I'm saying. It's like we already knew this, but the new gender's like, no, you have to say it. It's
okay.
Like, all right. Well,
so they said it.
But it's already known. I know, but people are fucking freaking out about it. Like some people are like, no, they're not, or why would you put that in a kid's movie? I mean, it's just like, oh my God.
What do you mean, why would you put that? I mean, are you putting lesbian sex? Like, are they like rug munching live on the fucking movie? No. The idea that there's a relationship between two ladies, that's the same as having a relationship with a boyfriend and a girl. You literally have the one dating the other, and you're saying that's a children's thing, so they shouldn't see lesbian ? That's weird.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know the
That's
whole
from an
fucking
old guy too.
I know, and I don't even know the whole outcome. But all I know is that fucking like Velma's got a total crush on this new chick, and she goes so fucking gaga.
Yeah.
She's like, oh my god, I realized just now.
Right. I might like women.
I'm a rock muncher.
The good part about
Scientifically speaking,
we're going to see a whole lot more fan art, you know?
Oh, yes.
There's going to be some really good stuff coming out right now.
I mean, they have shit with her and fucking Daphne all the time.
Right, and it's going to just get worse now. Well,
what do you mean worse?
That's what I'm saying.
It's going to be great.
I realized it right after I said it, but it depends on your perspective. It's like, yeah, no, stop it. We want to encourage this, not discourage it. This is a great idea.
Some people are fucking weird.
All the Comic Cons and stuff are going to be laden with some hot Thelma on girl action. Left and right, it's going to be everywhere.
You can find so many porns or even just like pornographic pictures or even suggestive pictures of two women dressed as Daphne and Velma.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, and then let alone just like digital art, regular art, lots of Rule 34
People
going
are gonna put in like, okay, I want art generated.
There's already a ton of it to begin with.
There is.
And all we're doing is making more. It's probably a good idea is what I'm saying. I'm liking this maneuver by the team, the crack writing team of whatever the hell the name of this show was.
Scooby-Doo.
Ruby Roo.
Ruby Roo.
I don't know.
I have to say that one of our favorites, Ivy Doom Kitty, she did a Velma.
She's a really hot Velma a long time ago, too.
Yeah.
She's getting older like the rest of us, but...
Still got tickle bitties.
Yeah.
Still is
so
good.
very shapely.
Yes.
Yeah. That other cosplayer girl that we've been seeing a lot more... And everybody's seen her for a long time. What's her name? We saw her do the Iron Mouse... Jessica.
Jessica Nigiri.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like her too.
Right.
A lot.
Does like everything. All of her cosplays are just
hot.
Right.
Very sexy.
Right.
Even when it's not sexy, it is sexy.
Well, that's
she knows it too.
That's the fun of the cosplay, really.
It is.
It's not supposed to be sexy, but here you go.
I'm telling you though, if I was comfortable being half naked, I would totally be. I would do that too. Mm-hmm. I would.
And she stopped cosplaying for and just recently started to I guess over the pandemic. Yeah, we were watching that podcast.
I know, but I don't remember.
Trash
I wasn't
taste.
I wasn't half paying attention to what you were saying.
She can talk. What?
I'm just staring at her.
She's
just
making
like,
noise. She's making noises, but in
so
my mind,
pretty.
it's mostly moaning and do it more harder.
It's like, I'm sorry, what?
What? Huh?
New project? Are you naked? No,
right.
Okay.
Well, now you understand what
I'm such a perv. I'm a creep.
Well, now you understand exactly as you're talking during most of your radio experience exactly what men are thinking, or most of us anyway.
Right.
Like, what are you saying?
That's right.
Where's your boobies?
I've always been that way, though.
Right.
Though.
I
have.
What way?
I said though.
Though.
As a guy, like a dude.
Right.
Creepy. Yes. Creepy, pervy, rapey.
Right. Yeah. No, you're a stereotypical guy out of 1975.
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for you like to shove things up other guys' ass.
I do.
Right.
Sorry.
You'd be like a bisexual man. Actually, late 60s would be a good time for you.
You could be Freddie Mercury.
Well, because there was a decent sized group of people that were, changing sexuality was fluid there for a few years. You know what I mean?
There you go.
You'd have fit right in.
Well, ta-da! I was just born at the wrong time.
Were you?
I guess so. Mm-hmm. All right, we're gonna get out of here for the night.
Should have been born like 1538. Back when there was real suffering for you to tear a vampire on. You know what I mean? Like hardcore berserk-like suffering.
I'm such a glutton.
Right. You would be too. You'd have been all into the
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
You never know.
If you grew up that way.
Maybe. Yeah, if I grew up that way.
Yeah,
I mean,
you wouldn't know.
It's just like...
Yeah, murder. Ah! Kill the witch.
Anyway. If you fucking float, you die. If you die, you die.
If you sink, then you were innocent, but
you die.
At the bottom of the lake, so... Sorry.
Doesn't really matter.
Right.
All right,
It's a win-win.
Yeah, we're going to get out of here for the night. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekday shift, trip, whatever it is that you're doing. If you're doing chores or, I don't know, whatever. Do you have anything for me, Steve? All right, well, we're going to have some news coming up later on. We've got new costume next episode. So, I don't know. Kiss on your pink parts. Have a bye. Have fun. Bye-bye-bye. Good night or good day or whatever. La la la.
I like tacos and burritos.